Bryant Street Publishing presents Entitled to Kill by Acf Bookens. Read for you by Sarah Pesek. For Philip, my Daniel, the one who always takes my side and never insults my mom. Chapter 1. If asked to name my favorite season, I'd immediately say fall, but I also have a deep affection for the first really warm days of spring, the ones when all the flowers are bursting forth, when tulips bejewel front yards and the cherry trees begin to flower the air with their petals. It was late April in St. Marin's, and spring was fully here. My bookstore had been open an entire month, and it was actually turning a profit. A small profit, but a profit nonetheless. I'd even begun paying part of the mortgage on our house. Mart, my best friend and roommate, had tried to convince me to wait until at least July before I began to contribute, but I had insisted. I wasn't paying anywhere near half, but writing that first check had felt gratifying, like I'd begun to make it as a business owner. My bookstore, all booked up, had been my dream for as long as I could remember. Even as a child, I'd imagined myself surrounded by books, a dog at my feet, reading all day. The business end of things came later, but mostly I was living the dream, as they say. Okay, I didn't do as much reading as I might like, but I did have the dog at my feet and surrounded by books part down. Mayhem, my trusty black-mouth cur sidekick, had settled right in as the shop pup, and she enjoyed welcoming the neighborhood canines and brave felines over for a visit, too. I had almost as many dog beds as I did armchairs in the shop, and some days, every comfy seat, both elevated and floor level, was occupied with someone enjoying a read or a nap. And it wasn't always the dogs that were napping. I loved that people had already begun to feel comfortable enough in the store to just come, pick up a book, and read an hour away. I didn't want to own the kind of store where people felt like they had to come in, get their books, and leave. When someone returned time and time again to read the same book, I found that endearing. Not all of us have the funds to buy books. And while I was a huge patron of the local library, I fully appreciated that sometimes the best place to read was where noise...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?